Now we are going to talk about some transaction code that we are going to use for configuration like layout change. So we are going to go into this transaction code, customer company code master data, and here you can default the way the tab looks, so you can flip the orders and all those things based on your requirement or your business need. This is one which is pretty handy. Okay, now if you don't want to change it, it's up to you, but based on the requirement you might want to change. This is another transaction, BPM SD, so it would be here in our favorites, which will be delivered through the course. Okay, so here also you have some related with sales, shipping, billing documents, so you can tweak the number, the tabs and all those things for your usability. The next one is a program. This is very useful. Use it wisely. I think your usage should come after like 3 years you are in S4 HANA. Okay, so that will really help you. Okay, truly speaking. And so if I go here, I put this transaction. Okay, and I just execute test mode. Okay, fill out all the required fields. Put star. Okay, so here if you notice, it will take some time because there's a lot of data in the system. Okay, once it runs, it will tell well which are the ones that doesn't have any usage, and you can take the decision whether you want to get rid of them or not. So always, from as a recommendation, if you move to S4 HANA in 2020, you want to use it in 2023, just to make sure for the first time. And after that, I will probably recommend you to schedule this and accordingly get a report for all the ones that are inside this report, and do another quick check before you actually delete. So if you see, these are the ones that can be destroyed, these are the ones that cannot be destroyed. So there's a reason behind, because there is activity for all those. Now if there's no activity for some stuff, it can be destroyed pretty easily. So this is really helpful. And I think, let me see, can I bring in anything? I think that's it. So this is pretty useful, and I think this is another thing that you should always keep in mind. I will recommend you again to run this. After 3 years you implemented S4, don't forget it, put it as sticky or something, you know. I don't know whether you might be working in this company after 3 years after S4 HANA, but it's always wherever you are working there will be S4 HANA somewhere, and you should be using this will help in keeping the system lean, and the performance will be always good. Okay, so this is pretty useful. The next one that we are going to talk about would be the synchronization cockpit, which we already covered. Is the next one is the change document report. So we are going to go back and we'll execute this transaction. Okay, okay, does not exist. Plus I put something, I put an extra space. So when I put an extra space, things transaction, or it's just a program. Probably it's a program. So we'll go SE38. That's why it was not showing there. So let's execute. So this is the program. So it basically doesn't have data here because the change document has not been activated. But once you are running in a real live S4 system, you'll have this. Okay, so if we go in details, if you go to the status and there's a change document object, it's checking. And if you see, this is the change document object. So this is not activated in the system. That's why it's not showing. Okay, so this is the one. Now, if you notice, there's a T code. They're saying BPCD. I think this is related with customers for BP. So let's just check. Okay, let's go here. We'll just put So this is another transaction that we'll be covering in the later slides. Let's go to the next one. This is the BP vendor check. Probably, I don't know. This is also transaction code or a report. Let's see. Oh, this is the transaction code. Good. So we'll just do test run. So this basically tells business partner to vendor linkage maintained is consistent. So this system has the that portion really good. Now we'll do the next portion. BP customer check. That was the vendor check, and now this is the customer check. So we'll see the customer check. This is another transaction. We go here, we press enter, and there's some inconsistency. So the business partner and the customers, there's an inconsistency between this, and you can take some action on this. So they're saying this table. So this table seems to be useful. So what we are going to go is we'll go to this table, we'll go to SE16, and we'll see this table. And we'll see which are the ones that have inconsistencies. So if we notice there's some inconsistencies coming here, and what was the inconsistency? 1971001 197 Y97. The customer was this one. Control Y, Control C, and if I populate it, here is the inconsistency. So this is the customer number, and I searched with this one. Yeah, I searched with this, and this is the customer number. Okay, so let me go, and we'll go to the BP screen. Let's go to the BP screen. What we are going to do is we'll do a customer search with this. Ooh, that's Chinese or Japanese? Yeah, that's Japanese. Yeah, pardon me on that, because I sometimes actually I don't know these signs, so it's I think it's always Chinese, but it's Japanese here. So if you think that there's a problem here somewhere, so it's causing. So can I change stuff here? I don't know. Probably I'll put something T. Oh, and I'll save it. Let's save it. Probably it will save. That's it. Or it's getting mad. Probably it's getting mad now. So it shouldn't take so much time to save it, because I think since this is an erroneous data, it cannot save. So what I'll do is street data or not saved due to error. See long text. Oops. So that's the problem. Changes. It says it didn't change, but it changed. Okay. Well, there's some serious problem for that particular record. Okay. The next transaction which we are going to discuss is this one, BPB V1. Again, let's see whether we have data on this. So this data you'll get it in a real lot of system. So if you notice, we can see it. The reports generates a business partner overview. You can limit, sort, you know, you can this business partner overview where it tells what are the business partners created for what role and all those things. I think it's not activated in the system. That's why it's not showing. So, or there can be lots of other reasons. SAP is sometimes deceiving. Probably I don't have authorization to execute it. Yes, guess what? I don't have authorization. So whenever you get something, oh, it doesn't have it, you have an error and all those things, and you cannot really execute, is because it's not the problem with the data. You don't have authorization to execute. That's the problem. So that's the security issue. So whenever you have this type of problem, you might say, oh, there's no data, like I was saying, but you know actually you don't have authorization. Probably for this also I don't have authorization. So Now, this is something that will come in from experience. You might say, "Oh, SAP should give me an error like, oh, it really you're not authorized." Well, not everything is not like that way. So this one also, I'm not getting anything. I don't have authorization, so that's why I'm not getting this. The data is there. So whenever you get this, the best thing you do is you you go to that particular transaction. Probably the next one also will have the same problem. So I will execute this. Now execute. See, it's available for selection. And then what you have to do, you type in slash n su53. Oops, I gave a extra space. Slash n su53, and you press enter. And if you get this red, that means you don't have authorization. Okay, if it's green, that means you have authorization. Simple thing. Okay, and this is a very good trick, because what you really care and what really you are helping the security team to give you the authorization is when you give this dump, and it's easy for them to find out which roles are there and what T code needs to be assigned, because there it's not only about T codes, there are stuffs that they do it in the lower level, like the authorization rule, like the company code, the plant, and all those things. So if you are giving them this dump, it's really helpful. Okay, it's like, okay, you gave me the actual details that will help me to give you the role faster. Okay, so that will stop the ping pong between the security team and you, what particular T code you are executing, why you are executing, and all those things. It's really helpful. So let's go to the next transaction code, which is BPCD. I think we went to that. Let's go again, and we'll probably have the same problem. Okay, so just click on it, we'll execute, and we'll see again whether I don't have access to the transaction, and probably I don't have. So the same problem. The next one would be BPCF. So let's see this one. So go into this transaction, and let's see. I think I have the same problem. So that's so once you have the transaction, we can. I for sure. I think I have transaction for this. Okay, let's see. So this one we have. Okay, so here if I suppose put XYZ, doesn't, oh, vendor already, so you cannot, so here is one very important thing: you cannot assign the same vendor to multiple business partners. So it's a one-to-one. Always remember, one-to-one. Okay, business partner to vendor, one-to-one. Okay, business partner to customer, one-to-one. Okay, that's very important. Remember that sign. It's like an opposite V with the business partner in the end. It's like this. It's like the PowerPoint we had it in the previous, the first or second screen. It's like this. So always keep this in mind, and that will be very helpful to understand. It's a simple concept. It's a concept, and once you have this in your mind, you will never fail on this. Okay, so this is pretty useful. Now the same thing, we are going to do the other phase, the this one, FLBPC2. So we'll do this one. That I think does the other thing. So if I say suppose XYZ, and I want to put suppose this one. Already assigned to, so you again the same thing, so it proves all these things. So here there are the different roles you can assign. Okay, so these are the different roles that I can assign to. So the next one would be, I think, related with customer. Okay, let's see, the customer portion would be similar. Okay, vendor and customer is just two sides of a coin. So we'll just put this one and we'll try to do. It's already assigned, so same thing. The next one would be linking a BP to a customer. Okay, same thing. We'll just populate this and we'll see the same thing. Can I do this? Probably I'll put this customer link. Probably I have to give a role here. That role was not mandatory in that, but this is something. See here, the same problem. So 1-to-1. Okay. Now the next one is the BP customer screen configuration. So this is the where you can configure the screens, and here you can define the address overview and all those things. So for some reason I don't have this thing. Let me see. When I do something, or it just bombed me out. I'm just trying to enter screen configuration. Oh, did it do anything? Nope. So probably I don't have authorization to this also. So this is something where you can you can do the screen configuration. So let me see, can I do anything here? Account holder, it takes me to this, and what it does, this edit screen. Oh, here it is. Well, I can edit the screen sequence. Oh, I just edited it here. Address overview. Let's see. This would be fun. So this is the customer one. Okay, let me do one thing. Before I do anything, I need to open up a business partner, right? That's the way to go. That's the way to be smart. So we'll go to BP, pick up a good customer. Okay. The previous one had some errors, so we don't want to do it. So this is the perfect size. So here you see is currently locked by you. Why? Because I have to open it somewhere. Okay, so here it's locked. Okay, good. So now what we are going to do, we go to our thingamagic thing, this thing, and we are going to change it here. Let's see whether it really matters. So here, if you see it's address over. We really don't care about address overview. We really care about this payment transaction to move here. Can I move a little more? Can you move back? Yes. So I just changed it. Okay. Let's see. Probably it will get mad at me. Okay. Let's see. It will be fun. Something. Okay. Wow. It happened. Can I save it? Oh yeah. Saves. Now let's go. Now we are going to go back. Going to go to the PP transaction and we'll see whether it really worked or not. Okay. So to customer. So what we did is we moved the payment transaction. Oh, it was the account holder. That's the trick, man. So we have to go. Went here. So it's account holder. So I have to search with an account holder thing. If there's any other thing. So I'll go back. Hit the back button. Just close this. Can I? Can I pick one that has the customer? Business partner channel. We will never miss this piece for sure. So I'm excited. So what we're going to do is we are going to tweak it here, move it here, move it. But you move. Okay, you moved it. Let's make the status also move. Control is getting behind, and we'll hit the status, and we are going to go into this view, and that's it. And we'll save it. Everything in SAP you need to save it. That's very important. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go back, hit the business partner, and now we are going here and we'll see what happened. So we are going to do business partner. So here we can just go to business partner general view, and that's where we changed it, right? Business partner general. Data was saved. Oh, this was for customers, right? This is only for customers. Uh, so let me see again. Okay, this is for customer, and we'll see customer identification control. Let me see how is it looks. Status control. So status is still there. Now does it change? Status control. This is the same. So it seems like it didn't work. So but we saw more or less probably the authorization is not there, or you know, this is the way we have to tweak it. Probably have to go back and hit again like this, and there it says now. Probably did it save? Did I go back? Hit the back button. We'll try again. Last time. Okay. Never know. Sometimes SAP, but we found the way how you can do the arrangement. That was pretty slick. So we moved the status for sure. I remember something. Oh, it didn't move. So, well, so, well, it didn't move. So we moved the status here. Can I move here? Can I move these things here? No. So that's the way it is. So this was unique. And now let's go to the next transaction. The BUCH, the business partner customer field group activity. Okay. So we will just see /n BUCH. And I think here you can do a lot of things, pick up the ones that you can hide and all those things. This is pretty useful. We'll discuss this a little later.